my god. What the hell? So isn't this 2.html? Huh. Well, hold on a second. Let me just try this. I don't think it's gonna work, but I'm always pessimistic for some reason and completely optimistic at the same time. It's doesn't. There's no logic or sense in any of this. What I do, I don't understand how I do it. I can't explain it. I just, I don't know. That's the really messed up part because most people can um, at least um, describe or verbalize the just most of what they're familiar with, and I don't, I can't, I don't know right now. I'm overwhelmed at the moment. Hey, I thought this could be. Oh no, 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 no. No, 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 no. File, yes. No, 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 no. Save as a, what? It's, oh, wow. Index. Dot HTML. I'm gonna call it 2. No, it has to be called that. It can't be called like index 1. Index has to be index because that's the start. Index is always the start. That's one thing I can say I do know, but I'm not saying it in the right location most likely. Because now everything, the code colors are all blue, and that's not right. Oh dear. Oh, it's called index 1. Index 1. Okay. And I just overwrote the original code. No, no, maybe not. Let's see here. I just called it index, so let's call this file save as index 1. I just said it's not supposed to be, but when I go back, and how I determine that is by looking at this folder that we extracted, the text anime folder, the luau script, and then within that are the CSS files, HTML files, and the JavaScript files, and so if you sort it by type, you can see the different file types. Just not a whole lot in that nice folder, but look what it can do. So you have your HTMLs, the 5 HTMLs, you have your 2 log, your JavaScript, your mini.js, and then the CSS files. And then there you go, your jQueries, and yada yada yada. Cascading style sheets, and let's see if it works. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. One way you can tell if it works is you can load it in the browser. See what it says. No. What am I doing? Open web. It's not gonna be right. I knew it. Oh lordy. We're gonna get it sorted out. Now this is just I see that's part of why it takes me 4,000 years to finish projects and why I have so many is because I have like something misfires in my brain. I can't like well, I don't understand what is one plus two. I like 97 times 420 or 3 plus 47 I think is 40. Most people don't have to think about something that easy, but I don't know what happened. I don't know what my parents did or did not do, or how I got this kind of it's not a mental challenge, but it's not a disability. It's not any of those things. It's just a an effect, and they call it quote unquote effective. So let's go back. I have to look right back at where I was because that's how I can keep track. Um, where is it now? Go back to get my history. Oh dear, 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 dear. That's not the right one. My cat is freaking out at the same time. Good. No, that's a different one. This is the same script, but from a different user. This is JB Wong, and I got a different one. The one, his name was something different. Well, I'll just save this one also. I'm going to call this new folder for backup. Text, anime. My cat is laying on my foot, freaking out. She's curled up around it. She's she's in her early teens. She is going through her first menstrual stages. Not by choice, but because it's Sunday, now Monday, and we have to wait on the vet. Wait, there is already what? Oh yeah, what am I doing? Whoa, I have to rename that, sorry. Okay, now I have to stop talking. It is what it is, Jamie. What? What is going on? That's not the. There it is. It's by Leonardo Aquino, which is the same as the other person. It's just everyone has a different spin on what they do, but we're all united, and we are work intrinsically, not vicariously, intrinsically meshed together through the hemispheres of the astroturf. So there it is. Okay. All right. No, no, no. File is still downloading. What? There. Look. Where? It says I don't see anything downloading. Okay. So, anyways, that's that, and then we're gonna go up to text anime to. This is the new one, and we're gonna do a fresh extraction here. Okay, and then if you go in that folder, we see this text anime luau. And then if you go in there, this is where I had grabbed the file initially, which is this file, what you see here, which is correct. And I had edited it incorrectly, which happens every day. I do something incorrectly every day. And then maybe, hope, most likely, we'll do something correctly. So this is a yin and yang balance going on, dynamic. That's why, responsive, dynamic. All of these things are flowing, inevitably interchanging, synchronizing harmoniously, effortlessly within the constraints. There's like no restriction, but all possibility, all elasticity, and no boundaries, no limits, what you can do. Here we go. Here it is right here. This will be a test. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just close that, close it, close it. I'm going to fresh open file. Just go straight to the source, which would be and remember it's called Text Anime 2. So I'm going to, whoa, no, I did not mean to grab the N2 light setup. this time it's going to work because I found my error and now I can correct it. I might change it, but I'm going to just make it short for now. Save as index1.html. Not in that location, but in number 2, in there. No, 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 no. We want to replace it. Yes, 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 yes. And then if I just minimize, and we are in that folder up here, you can tell by the path, right clicking. I have my notebook out. Copy the address path. Let me get my notepad out. So here's the path. This is where it is. So if you go like this, that's the path. Minimize. And then here, it's the index1 because that's the first file. That's the only file that we edited in Visual Studio Code. Right click. I'm going to open with any browser, but right now I've been using Edge. Why? I don't know. It's actually very good, but I'm not going to say anything. So now, if you see, it's working like I said it would. There's our animated text. And that is located. Let's just watch it again. How easy that was to do. So simple. No fancy Photoshop or After Effects or yada yada. And it works. So for your practical purposes, I mean, most people use templates and just whatever, and that's great, but make your own template, create your own template through, you don't have to use, you can use, other sources, graphics, but when it comes to something like this, where, you know, it would be much easier to just use a preloaded library of something, it's nice to be able to make it yourself. So that zip file came from GitHub. And let's grab a link while we're there. So we go to OBS. I'm just going to get down to there. And I'm going to just copy this link to save it like I usually do. Keep track. Control C. And then in my little notepad is where I'm building up links for this particular session. So so I can reflect on, track the history. So once again, I think that the microphone was off, so let's just show it again in case nobody. So we're going to open this, and we're going to open it, right click, open it with the browser. Let's look at it in Chrome, see what it looks like. I really hate Chrome too. Oh my god, I'm in a situation right now. It's really frustrating because when you have a managed um, device by Google and you are the manager of that device, Google still has a way to control what you can do on it once you surrender yourself as the owner, per se. It gets real legal jargon bullshit. But I'm in a situation where I have a domain that I need to monitor and track and um, have it, legitimately SEO'd. And this is what I'm trying to do with all the websites that I build. But I haven't used the Google admin console. I haven't used the Google services and products, but I have all this products and features and all these extra bells and whistles that I have to manage. And it gets complicated because I have set up an email address, which is not a regular Google address. It's an admin address, which can't receive certain Google regular emails. So I have to reroute the email and all this finagling to do something so simple. I would have to log in remotely to my own computer from my own computer. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, so it's working. Let's get back into the mix. So I like to save the links, like I repeated myself there. So that was thanks to Leonardo Aquino, and then the other person is JB Wong 05, the OBS Tech slideshow. So I can leave a link for that too. And here I'm going to just, while I'm at it, I'm going to save this as, and I'm going to go to that same folder and use that folder as a project folder. So we're in downloads, text anime 2. That's the second copy of the zip file that we downloaded and reused it. So I'm just going to save it in there. Now it doesn't matter that I save it here because it's not within that folder. And I'm just going to name this Notes, VBox Tutorials, VBox T. Notes, VBox T. And the date is 131. Whoops, what am I doing? I forgot you cannot use force slashes. There will be a day when you can use slash 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 any character. Okay, so we're done with that part. So here is the easy way would to just be typing in this box, right? So let's close that, but we still haven't done what we're supposed to do, which is we want to, and the neat thing about Windows 11, you can do things like that, like like that, like that, like that, like that, that, and then let's go back. So Okay, my okay. We are going. My cat is in my drawer underneath my desk, rifling through everything. I'm about to freak out. And she is freaking out and has been for the past 2 days. I've done everything in my power that I know to help her out, and it's so rough on my part. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Well, oh, kitty, kitty, meow, meow. Meow, meow. Yes, I do smoke cigarettes. I thought I quit, but I didn't. Cigarettes, cigarettes, cigarettes. I'm going to light a cigarette real quick. That just makes it into a B movie like instantly, right? So if you go to tools, you go to scripts, there's where you would input your alternate text, okay? But I'm not going to mess with that because I got to figure out how to add it to the browser. So you have to go to your sources, which is here, or right there, and you got to click the plus button to get a new source. And it is browser, okay? It is browser. I'm just going to call it that. And we're going to make the source visible, I think. And then now here is the trick. It's not going to be this URL that you see here. It's going to be a local file, and you're going to browse for it. Oh no, my cat's coming out the drawer. Ah! Nails digging my leg. Ow! Stop. Don't do that now, please, kitty. Oh my god. She got all the way in this drawer. Okay, so we are going to the number 2 folder, and we are going to be opening it and then opening the next folder. Wait, file name, hold on. There it is. It's working. It's working. Oh my god. Oh, but it didn't loop. Okay, so we gotta see the interval. It's there, but it didn't loop. So now I'm going to the very top. If you can see here, that little globe represents the browser source. I'm gonna right click it, check out the properties. I'm gonna show the transition. It says none. Let's see what happens if I do swipe. I don't know. Let's try it. I don't know. That's not the situation here. What we need to do is, oh, we need to right click again, go to properties. It's the local file. It's that index. Okay, and then we want to refresh browser and see it becomes active. That's not the one. That's not it. What are they doing to me? You guys, stop. You people go away. You're so difficult. Oh, that's not it. That's not it. I did something wrong. Local file, browse, and it's in the anime 2 folder. No, what did I do? I went one down. What is this? There it is, there it is, there it is. See it? Okay. And the only reason why I'm showing the broadcasting is because I got to see the frame up close. So that's part of the process. It's not for the aesthetics. Trying to figure out how to keep that animated. Well, I'm going to try that for a second. I like that. Anyways, that works. So we can get on to the next. What do we want to do next? We want to just go full force, install WordPress, and start the virtual box journey. You're supposed to have a plan, you're supposed to be organized, but life isn't always a box of chocolates. So I'm going to do what I do. Are you serious, guys? Really? I have the wrong password again. No, I'm not. I'm not having this. It's not going to happen today. Okay. Whew, thank goodness. I'm hoping somebody is enjoying this. Ah, a sigh of relief. Okay, let's try it again. What did I do? Oh, great. Okay. I'm not having that either. I think I know what the problem is. I think I know. I do always think like I don't always know. Make no time for the I don't rather know. Ooh. I did a speed test and a network test yesterday, something I've never done, like a pen test on my own network to try to hack myself. And I got good results. There wasn't any open ports. It was secure as secure could possibly be. I mean, it wasn't even 99.9%, it was 100% secure based on a reputable pen testing site. So, what we do now is watch the magic. Watch the magic. Feel the groove now. Take a moment and say, ah, ah. Watch the magic. Okay, make the groove now. We can close Visual Studio. We can close Chrome. And I hate Chrome. I hate it. But it's really kind of fast. It's just too much. Ugh. Firefox is just, I can't deal, I don't have the patience for their security shit. I mean, it's secure but slow as fuck. And Brave just, they steal your data. They're behind another wall. And Tor is not fast enough. Make my own browser. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay. So I'm going to minimize that. Come on, please don't do that. Okay, so starting from scratch, installing a fresh installation of WordPress, and the update is pretty decent, very, very nice. Um, the whole Gutenberg block edition of the theme editor is really nice, and I'll show you an example of it. Let's just log into the last one first before we do, so just see. I think it's this site. I'm not 100% sure, but let's think. Um, we're just gonna check the front page real quick. Because I do so many of these sites, they start to melt together. Let's get this view box back how it should be. And I have an issue here, but that's not the page I want to see. I want to see the theme editor. So that's the one thing about Bluehost. They like after you uninstall plugins that are their plugins or their associates plugins, sometimes they reappear. But 5.9, yeah, 5.9. It's all about the blocks and the themes and editing and customizing the themes. And there's a beta editor now in appearances on the left. It's called the editor beta. And before, all you people that have done WordPress know when you click on appearance and you go to editor, when you first click on it, you get this big like window that says warning, warning, warning. You're about to edit the source code, blah, 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 blah. Warning, warning, warning. If you blah, 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 you may fracture your site and break your site. You may break your site. You may break your site. And it just wasn't a thing. The people that write the code understand it would be able to edit their code. But now it's more geared towards everybody can do it. And I think that's really important and is a very important step because you don't want to limit a source of information or a level of education to a select few because we are actually more powerful as a team united than we are in separate. So if I click on there, and this is where I got confused because I could not install my editor theme that I built as a page. Um, and I'll show you in a second. Let me just get there. That's not it. What, I might be in the wrong. Something like that. Okay, here it is. I was at the wrong site because they both have the word NFT in them. So I'm like, it's like almost a good joke. And I solved my too many websites problem, like too many domains that I registered. I'll be able to use all of them. I just am going to be parking like a good a good amount to make it easier so I don't feel so much pressure to finish all of these sites within like a year and a half. So let's see here. Now it's not going to be what I want to see, but this is what we get with the theme editor as far as now. I did not use any. I made just a tad of Elementor, not much, just a tad. This is just a rough example. And these images are courtesy of right here, Spatial. Spatial.io is doing the most incredible virtual reality work that I have ever seen. They are doing things, they are changing the game. They are amazing, amazing, amazing. If you have not been to spatial.io, you must go and check it out. They are involved in so many areas of our future graphic digital world. You must check out spatial.io. Their VR galleries are intense. They have apps on all platforms. They have multiple apps, multiple organizations that there are they are game changers. And the beauty of watching them is watching from a distance, like, and just discovering them, like you discover a new song that you like. That's how finding Spatial IO was and is. Okay, so that's one sample, but I wanted to show you the theme that I built, and it's not this page. It actually is a post, I believe. Not figure out how to make the theme a page because I did not have the same accessibility. I'll show you right now. All right, editor, beta. This is a block that I designed. And all of these links are hyperlinks. Here's the thing. This is if you can see how when I hover the wireframes, right? So all these websites and companies, multi-million-dollar companies that are selling you website templates, website kits, wireframe kits, theme editors, builders, plugins, all these things are helpful, but don't rely on those things to make as if those are going to make your site the best. What's going to make your site and you stand out from the rest is what you can put together and craft with your own vision. And remember to use these extra tools as tools, just like the word states, tool. So the Gutenberg, I never ever even wanted to touch it because I did not like the interface. I'm like, you click on a block and then you get these little blocks and then you get another block within a block and then it becomes like, But then when I started to use it, it was amazing. And I haven't got to, this is just a template, a base page, and all these fields are interchangeable. So for example, I could just replace that image. I'm going to upload something just for the sake of it. I'm going to let's put that in. I don't know how that's going to look. That's just going to be temporary. It's just a template. I need to replace this video. Replace that altogether. Current media. WordPress content. What? Oh, upload. What do we want to put there? Video, but something different. Maybe. I got so much. I have too many images and assets, you guys, and I'm trying to find somebody to help me protect these assets and properly distribute them amongst the public because this is like my life's work that I just share and post with everybody and everything for free, but I should be getting paid for my work. And I do from certain sources, but most of what you see, this website building that I stream, all these things I've been doing free. Nobody has been sponsoring me, so I'm going to be trying to get some sponsors and funding to pay for what it takes to protect your digital assets. Costs money, people. That's the bottom line. Costs money. Look at the Spotify incident. $4 billion in like 4 days they lost. $4 billion over some pretty resounding artists. Okay, see that again. I'm just gonna go ahead and save it. I can always replace it if I need to. This needs to be centered. So let's fix that real quick. But I still wanted to show you something else. Change the block type or style. Okay, so let's preview. And then here on the right is where you have you can see your side. This is where the style, this is really nice. This is how I got this amazing color. You see this saturation is from this sidebar here in the typography, the colors in the layout, and it's so very simple. It's that's the beauty of simplicity. There's so much complexity in that simplicity. Got your schema, your background, your text, your links. Very straightforward. Very straightforward. Your background, your text, your links. And then you got here colors. And then you got your template. And up here above, you got your header. Then you got your footer. And I haven't really stylized the footer yet, but you can click on it from the above up here in the center. There's page and then there's footer. I don't know if you can see that. So you got your page, arrow down, header, footer, page. Sidebar right, you got your views, blocks or template. That's the settings, I'm sorry. Then your settings. Here it is. The styles beta is this. Now before, when you've seen this editor in WordPress, this icon was always there, but it did not have this same look. And this is the second phase of the Gutenberg editor. And it's, I guess, I don't guess, but I don't presume either, but it has a story behind the way this Gutenberg blocks editor has been released. This is phase two, not version two, but phase two. So you can imagine what goes into something that is thought out, drawn out in a very long, long time. Sometimes it takes 10, 15, 20 years to do a project. And I'm in that, I'm in that situation right now. And yeah. So now, do I want to say that? I'm not sure. Now, you see all these things, the navigation, you see all that there in the blocks? And, your basic hamburger, hero menu, I think it's called, or hamburger? Hamburger, not hero. Hero. I always start my streams way too late when I'm very tired. I always start my streams. I should be starting them much earlier. I always start them at like 3 or 4 in the morning, and it's already like almost 8. Okay, so let me just, yeah, I'll just say it, whatever. Just go for it. Go for it. Now, what I want to show you is something different. Here. Okay. Where is my templates that I made? Here they are. Da-da-da. Where's it? Here they are. Here they are. Here's my famous. Okay, now here's the problem I have. Why can I not view that? Okay, here. I don't know how to view it like in like view it. Okay, let's preview. This is desktop, but I'm so used to seeing it like in full screen, not contained in a block. So wait a minute. So I made these pop-ups. These links are not everyone is working, but these first Rarible, OpenSea, Tatum, Mintable, Etherscan, Pixura, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 links are working in that pop-up thing. But this is not what I'm trying. What is going on? Oh my god, I'm gonna freak out. Here we go. Okay, so home, general. Here we go. Here is my site. Okay. Okay, let's start from the top. This is not it. Okay, why is this doing that? And where am I? No, 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 no. I don't know where it is. Somebody. Oh my god, I'm about to be really upset.
The blockchain is a term that has come to mean many things to many people. For developers, it is a set of protocols and encryption technologies for securely storing data on a distributed network. For business and finance, it is a distributed ledger and the technology underlying the explosion of new digital currencies. For technologists, it is the driving force behind the next generation of the Internet. For others, it is a tool for radically reshaping society and economy, taking us into a more decentralized world. Whichever way you look at it, blockchain has become a term that captures the imagination and fascinates many, as the implications of such technology are truly profound. For the first time in human history, people anywhere can trust each other and transact within large peer-to-peer networks without centralized management. Trust is established not by centralized institutions, but by protocols, cryptography, and computer code. This greatly strengthens our capacity for collaboration and cooperation between organizations and individuals within peer networks, enabling us to potentially form global networks of collaboration without centralized formal institutions. Unprecedented, but hugely relevant in an age of globalization and a new set of 21st century challenges that require mass collaboration. The blockchain is a complex technological, economic, and social phenomenon. It calls into question what might have seemed to be established parameters of the modern world like currency, economics, trust, value, and exchange. To make sense of this, one needs to understand it in a holistic context all the way from its technicalities to its aspirational potential. This course is designed to do exactly that, by giving a 360-degree overview to the different dimensions of the technology, its potential application within various industries, and its far-reaching implications for society and economy. In the first section of the course, we give an overview to the blockchain both on a technical and non-technical level. We also discuss the importance of the blockchain within the context of the emerging next-generation Internet. In the second section, we talk about the blockchain as a so-called trust machine and how it enables transparency and collaboration. We will look at distributed ledger technology, talking about smart contracts, Ethereum, and decentralized applications. In the third section, we introduce you to the workings of token economies, illustrating how the blockchain and distributed ledgers can work to build vibrant ecosystems through the use of tokens to incentivize behavior. In the last section of the course, we will be looking at specific applications of the blockchain to economy, society, technology, and environment, looking at both existing practical applications and potential future applications. The blockchain is a so-called emerging technology that is currently experiencing very rapid evolution. Within the space of just 2 or 3 years, it has already gone through changes in its technical implementation and our understanding of what it is and can be. As such, our aim is to future-proof this course by not dwelling excessively on existing technical implementations, but presenting a more conceptual understanding of the blockchain within the broader process of change of the emerging next-generation Internet. The blockchain is much more than a technology. It is also a culture and community that is passionate about creating a more equitable world through decentralization. It is a movement to disrupt the disruptors, to redesign the Internet, and in so doing, shake up existing centralized incumbents. Throughout the course, we will introduce you to this culture and its aspirations. This course is non-technical in nature. It is an introductory course, and thus all terms will be explained. It should be accessible to anyone with a basic understanding of web technologies and economics.
And if you don't understand them, you will.
In this video, we're going to give a high-level overview looking at the primary dimensions of this technology that we call the blockchain. We'll first talk about the underlying technology, then the distributed ledgers that this technology supports, then the token economies that can be built on top of that ledger system. We'll only touch upon these topics here to get an overview before going into them in more detail in future videos. On its most basic level, the blockchain is a new class of information technology that combines cryptography with distributed computing, both of which have existed for a number of decades. It was the genius of Satoshi Nakamoto to combine them in new ways, to create a model where a network of computers collaborate towards maintaining a shared and secure database. As such, we can say the blockchain as a technology is simply a distributed, secure database. This database consists of a string of blocks, each one a record of data that has been encrypted and given a unique identifier called a hash. Mining computers on the network validate transactions, add them to the block they're building, and then broadcast the completed block to other nodes so that all have a copy of the database. Because there is no centralized component to verify the alterations to the database, the blockchain depends upon a distributed consensus algorithm. In order to make an entry onto the blockchain database, all the computers have to agree about its state, so that no one computer can make an alteration without the consensus of others. Once completed, a block goes into the blockchain as a permanent record. Each time a block gets completed, a new one is generated. There is a countless number of such blocks in the blockchain, all connected to each other, like links in a chain, in proper, linear, chronological order. The blockchain was designed so that transactions are immutable, meaning they cannot be deleted. Each block contains a hash value that is dependent upon the hash of the previous block, so they're all linked together, meaning if one is changed, then all the other blocks linked to it going forwards will be altered. This works to make the data entered tamper-proof. What we've described here is the workings of the first generation of blockchains, which function largely simply as databases. But the technology is currently evolving to become much more than this, as the second generation already provides the capacity to execute any computer code on the blockchain. The system is evolving to become a globally distributed cloud computing infrastructure, and as we'll discuss in a future video, it remains very much a work in progress when seen from this perspective. Blockchain technology works to create a permanent and secure database. This makes blockchains suitable for the storage of a record or transaction that involves value or in some way needs to be a secure and trusted source of information. These secure, distributed records are called distributed ledgers. A distributed ledger is a consensus of replicated, shared, and synchronized digital data geographically dispersed across multiple sites, countries, or institutions without centralized administration or centralized data storage, being maintained instead by a distributed network of computers. Or monetary transactions. This might include the recording of assets such as currencies, patents, votes, identity, this distributed ledger technology enables us to replace with one shared database that is trusted and accessible by trust between parties that may otherwise not trust each other. Or between individuals peer-to-peer without dependency on and many other efficiencies. This is internally optimized, but the inter-organizational space between them is arbitrage and resources wasted on competition. By enabling organization and collaboration where previously there was none. Needs, or for different transport providers to collaborate and likewise, second-generation blockchains offer the possibility of contracts are computer code that is stored inside the blockchain, executing contracts, with the terms of the agreement or operation directly like normal computer programs, these containers for example, this might be a financial contract that increases the interest rate that they earn on their deposits. Once again, working to remove the need for intermediate automatically. And the possibilities of distributed ledgers of centralized institutions and market exchanges. However, is more than just a database or ledger. It is a more organized paradigm environment of distributed organizations via token market systems. A value that is recorded on the blockchain. This value may be of many kinds. It may be rights on social media, it might be currency, it might be the integrity of an ecosystem, or it might be an electrical unit. But through incentive structures and the signaling system of the market, for example, we might create a token can earn tokens, for example, by planting trees, thus, instead of having a centralized authority and a Clean Air Act, and growing the underlying resource. Likewise, we could think of traffic control. We currently have traffic control systems autonomous vehicles on the blockchain. Cars could signal to each other, dynamically allocated resources and self-organized distributed technology, but also an institutional technology and in such a way convert centralized organizations into distributed markets. As we move into the realm of designing economies and incentive systems, enable the coordination of human activity at a much larger scale. The great innovation of the blockchain is really its capacity to coordinate through innovations in information technology, but also through the design of a layer of trust and value exchange to the internet. The blockchain allows on top of them. In so doing, it greatly strengthens emerging economics and technology that enables us to redesign institutional of society, economy, and even technology infrastructure based on it does not do this alone. Such claims can only be realized in combination with the blockchain has to be understood in the context of a broader set of technologies. Much of what the blockchain promises will only be possible all of which are combining to form the next generation of internet, In this video, we're going to talk about the basics of blockchain technology. Kind of database at these physics original design. What's different about this database is digital databases have been around for a while now, but until recently they've been designed to centralize information on one computer within one organization. Blockchain, though, uses a distributed network of computers to maintain a shared database. Blockchain network of computers to work together in securely recording data within a shared database. This database consists of a series of encrypted blocks that contain data. Which are linked and secured using cryptography. This makes it a trusted database, which is trust being maintained by open, secure, encryption instead of any single institution. With entries to this database being made by computers that all have a copy of the database and all update it. So these are three central concepts that understanding the distributed consensus. We'll go over each of these separately. In terms of its structure, a blockchain may be considered as a series of blocks of data that are securely chained together. Data. These blocks are encrypted and given a hash value that represents the unique identifier. This hashing works by a standard algorithm being run over the block's data, which is unique to that document. No matter how large the file or what information is contained, this hash value can be recalculated only in time the reverse is not possible. Given just the hash value, you cannot recreate the data contained in it. All blocks of data which are formed after the first block are securely chained to the previous one. Dependent upon the previous one. Thus, once recorded, the subsequent blocks. As well as this hash so that we know what happened and when it happens. Their data, making them immutable records. Almost impossible. Thus, data stored on the blockchain is generally considered incorruptible. Blockchain security methods include the use of what we call public key cryptography. Public key, which is a blockchain. Value tokens sent across the network are recorded as the address. A private key is like a password that gives its owner access to their digital assets or the means to otherwise interact with the corresponding data. Public key is associated with the private key so that anyone can make an encrypted transaction to the public key address with the private key that corresponds to that public key. In such a way, security requires keeping the private key private. The public key can be openly distributed without compromising security. To receive funds from another person, you use a piece of software called Wallet, which creates a public key with your corresponding private key, you can then access that address with your bitcoins on it. The blockchain is a distributed system. This means there is no centralized organization to maintain the This database is instead maintained by a large number of computers that are incentivized to exchange. These computer nodes in the network themselves cannot be trusted individually. Provide a mechanism for creating consensus between scattered or distributed parties that do not need to trust each other, but just need to trust the mechanism by which their consensus has been arrived arrived at. Any computer that is connected to the blockchain network and using it well transactions. Each of these so-called minor computers gets a copy of the blockchain. When new entries into the database are made, these changes are automatically broadcast. Mining nodes validate transactions. Add them to the block in order to randomize the processing of blocks across the nodes and to avoid certain schemas such as proof of work. Proof of work activity. Typically, this resource is computing time, as in the case of the blockchain. On the network is able to solve this challenge consistently chain by racing to solve a very difficult cryptographic puzzle. Efforts, the miner receives a small amount of newly minted bitcoins and work functions to ensure that the next block in the blockchain is derating the system. Through encryption and hashing, proof of work and network consensus. Hashing is linking your blocks to go back and change the previous block once it's entered, but this alone would not be suffice to ensure that the data is system intentionally makes it computationally more difficult to alter the database, it places a distributed consensus mechanism so that even if accepted as a valid record. So to successfully tackle the blockchain, we do the proof of work for each block and take control of more than 50% of the network. On a blockchain of almost any size, this would be almost impossible to do. Indeed, the Bitcoin blockchain is very given that it now secures hundreds of billions of dollars using this method, without the network having yet been compromised. At the end of the day, what this technology enables is a database that is secure, once information is put into the database, it cannot be altered afterwards. Which is continuously being updated so that all have a single source of truth. See all of the transactions and alterations makes the database needed. Database replication across many different nodes on the network. Having started out life is simply a mechanism to
finally got word. I got that Elementor Pro finally, and did I pay anything for it? Absolutely not. We believe in free, as in 100% free. Any and all resources here in the educational department of our your resources are free. It was not showing up on the site. I have not been able to figure out how to make that template is a page. Here it is. Now I'm going to try to find a workaround to leave this file, the Elementor Pro package, available to the public, but I don't know if I'm going to be allowed to do that yet, so I'm not doing it yet. But this little pop-up was interesting because the way it was built, like I did not realize how much the Elementor Pro has, that makes it so much better. Like, it's just not there when I think about it, like, wow. So, when you invest like $1,000 a year, you can have like stunning websites as opposed to cool websites. Like, it's a hard thing to explain, but like from an aesthetic point of view, like, well, if you don't have these tools, how can you still make a stunning aesthetically pleasing website that you don't have to pay premium fees to get something beautiful? Well, that's supposed to go away. We're supposed to view the site now. Okay, now we can see it like how it's supposed to look. That is what I was looking for. I'm like, why? What am I missing? And this, if you can notice, this is not a good layout. And I did this on purpose because I want the eyes to notice the imbalance in the layouts. Now you see how this image in the back is unrelated and it's not aligned. And this is supposed to have already gone right. So if I scroll, there could be something wrong or something that's not on or triggered because it's supposed to go away. It's supposed to stay like that. And there it goes. Wow, I'm going to have to change that delay. That's way too long. Install the Linux. That's what we do Linux. Alright. Also fun, I just want to jump around so much because it's too exciting. I can't wait to get to the next link. Because that's part of the template. And because this particular page is a pop-up, we're not able to edit that background. Because that would be in, say, for example, you go to your Apple menu and you want to go to actual site settings. Yeah. They need to work on that UI. This gray on white shit is not cool. It's like nothing pops. It all looks the same. And I'm helping Elementor with that, actually. I'm going to be doing some free promo work for them and through affiliate program that I would like to be able to donate the earnings from the affiliate to some organization or an institution that is going to obviously permeate the education resources that we have. So I would hope they would carry on, pass on, and share. Share, pass, share, pass, share, pass. How do I get rid of that pop-up? Oh, that's right, because I'm in the site setting. Okay, so in the site setting, I was I get lost really easily. Let's say we wanted to change the layout. So just right here without having to go back to the block editor and do all that. I mean, there's so many different ways to attack how you want to design and customize the images and fields that you're working with. So looking at it from a graphics stance, for me, I don't see all the constraints. I only see how the elements look next to each other, like graphically. That's how my brain is trained and how I've learned, adapted how I make it. I don't use that word lightly, or I don't like to use that word. That represents, but I think we all know, especially in the NFT community, there is there's a defined demographic that is not other than by through the dollar sign. You have to have Ethereum to make NFTs. Companies that are making money, like Wearables, are the collectors, the agencies that promote the artists, that collect the work, that let the artists display their work and get sold on the blockchain. So it all goes back to just like a record deal. The distributors, the producers, the label gets a cut. But here, if you do it correctly, you manage your money, manage your work. You do this. That is the beauty of the DeFi, decentralized world that we are living in and are on the brink of all at once. You are in the most exciting times to be living your life right now if you are in the tech industry. Because there's so much that is happening. I have to clear my cache. That's what I have to do. I always forget. to go to okay, the pop-up's there, but because of the distracting GIF, I'm not able to see my elements, my handles. So let's just say we want to edit a second. Let's say we want to edit this. Let's switch it up. Let's do this. Let's go to as tablet, just to back it up. And then I can go into I don't know what this is. Let's see, what is this? What is it? Insert it. I just did. Okay, so I basically I've already saved this many times. So let's just delete it. You can do get your page on there. Let's add a new section. Okay. And let's change the background. Because I'm streaming, I forget. That's why everything is so very slow. then let's go after 7 seconds. I'm going to right click and they took that feature out where you could right click and copy all content. Block editor. Now I could have done it completely different, but I'm just playing it by ear at the moment for demonstration purposes only. So insert. That looks so bad. That green circle, what is that shit? What is that circle thing? Is that what they plan to show? They actually have, that looks horrible. Why would they even make that? Oh, that's not animated at all. What kind of crap is this? Oh my, oh my, oh